We join the Super Legit crew backstage as our guest gives Jett a heart attack.
Shulie, how have you been?
Hanging in there. This past week I went to Hawaii, so that would be a highlight.
Oh no!
Can barely
Your
hear
microphone
you.
went out.
Because I forgot to hold it.
I was like, it was terrifying for a second there.
I got distracted because I have 3 drinks. And I'm
Oh my
like, I
gosh.
hope nobody notices I have 3 drinks.
No.
What are the
The
drinks?
more the better.
I must know.
Water.
Yep, good one.
The last of the orange juice. So I was like, you can't have one sip of orange juice till the mic
Right.
gets set up.
Right.
And then as soon as it did, I downed the orange juice. And then my third drink is a vodka pomelo seltzer water.
Ooh.
Pomelo
that's-
is from the garden.
Nice.
wow.
Wow, you're fancy
Wow.
people.
that
Well,
is
you know
fancy.
what? It was a hybrid tree that had orange, lemon, and lime. And then maybe got 1 orange. And then one day there were no more limes, but there were pomelos.
Oh,
That's a
now I
magic
have-
tree right there.
I know.
Yes.
So now I have a pomelo lemon tree.
I love it.
That's amazing.
I'm jealous.
Imagine when the baseballs started growing off the tree. I was like, is this fruit?
What happened to the ground?
It's Dodger season.
Exactly.
Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of Super Legit Podcast. I am your host, Jett Kaufman, and I am surrounded by, let's call them out this week. We've got Sean Michael Boozer.
I'm here.
We've got Chris Sanders.
Hi.
We've got Josh Spence.
First among equals.
We've got Jen Burton.
Whee!
And our special guest for this week, Shulie Cowen.
Hello!
Yay!
Where's our co-host, Jett? I don't see a co-host here today.
Oh my gosh.
It's a clear and present dereliction of duty from one Michael Hyman.
Oh, you're right. And I forgot to even, I didn't
So
even
you know
have
what that means.
a solution.
You know
No,
what
of
that
course.
means.
We have to pick a stand-in co-host for this episode.
Very happy to.
So,
Yes.
as everyone on the show knows, even Shulie, the co-host, is a very important job. It really has
The
no
most
specific duties whatsoever, but it matters. It really, really matters. And
It
so we
matters
got to
to
fill
me
that
the
one in
most.
real quick here. So,
I've yet
Can
to be
I,
co-host.
Are you taking nominations?
oh gosh, I would
don't
love
have
to take
to.
nominations. That's helpful. Thank you.
Okay.
I'd like to nominate not Josh.
What?
Okay,
He's
all right.
not on the list. It's
I'll
just
second that.
Josh.
Do I hear? I
Okay.
hear a second. Okay, all right. All in favor? Aye.
I
Aye.
Yeah,
Okay.
Aye?
All right.
Team player? No, shit.
Shulie, would you mind stepping in as our co-host for this week?
I would love to. Thank you for asking.
Oh, thank you. Oh,
Actually,
Great
I don't
choice.
mind losing to Shulie. I love Shulie. She's one of my favorite improv teachers. Yeah. I will lose Shulie every day of the week. That's fine.
you will lose to Shulie every day of the week.
As we have started this pattern, yes. Yeah.
All right. Well, let's do our show. Let's do the thing we do. Let's get into this. So our question for this week is: what's something you own that you think defines your personality? Now, it didn't have to be the thing that created your personality. Maybe it's the thing that's like, if you see this thing, you know who I am. But maybe it is the thing that was like, you know what? I built a lot of stuff around this once I had it. So who's got something? Who's got a thing that there's
Look at
Josh's
that
finger.
finger.
Let's do it. Let's
I
do
have
it,
to
Josh.
It's so much. If you listen to the show or if you know me as a person,
I do listen to the show.
and you know me as a person, the guitar is such a definitive thing for not only myself, but for I think all guitarists. It's like the big beacon of like, this is who I am. And I think it's funny that not only is it like per genre of music, because like if you're a blues player, you're playing with like a big 335 or a Les Paul, or if you're like a metal hard rock player, you're playing with like a James Hetfield style
what I've got.
Explorer or an SG. Nobody knows any of these models, guys. I'm sorry. I'm just saying all these guitar
I
stuff.
actually knew everything after the first one. It's like, there's some
'cause
numbers.
I sent you pictures of like,
Yes.
hey, does
I
this?
know who James Hetfield is.
Yeah.
I think I'm lost on everything else.
And it's so I went to Guitar Center today, which is why it's so in my head. And I love seeing like the new kids getting their first or second guitar, and trust me, I still do this. It's not even like, feeling how the neck is, or if it's a roasted maple to make sure you get better tones, or the string gauges. None of this technical stuff. They literally stand in front of the mirror, like do I look cool with this Fender Stratocaster? Does this match my shirt? You know?
I think that's fair too. If you're going to go out on a stage and like rock it, you need to feel powerful and comfortable and happy, and like this thing represents you. And you're not going to do that if the guitar doesn't look like it's a part of you.
100%. And I think it's so funny that is in my journey as a guitar player, I was definitely there. I've been there multiple times, and then as you kind of get older, you kind of okay, you don't want to get something too flashy because it doesn't want to be like this is compensating for something else. But you want to get something that also shows like, hey, I've been around the block now. So I don't really play with my Gibson Explorer anymore, which shows that like I'm a heavy metal thrash guy. But like I have a nice all matte black Telecaster, roasted maple neck, reverse headstock to show you that I have a little bit of metal flair, and locking tuners that shows that I am technical with all the guitar business. So yes.
Did you buy it brand new?
I did buy it brand new.
Because I don't, what's the deal with the secondhand guitars being so expensive? I heard one just sold for $4.5 this last week.
$4.5?
Who owned
$4.5 million. It was Kurt Cobain's guitar.
Okay, well, I think you answered your own question.
Yeah, I mean, that's not some random
I thought this was
guitar.
going to be common knowledge. I'm sorry. I did a bit that was, what?
Which is funny. I knew the story. I was ready to go.
I'm sorry. I ruined it by not knowing anything.
Why is Jimi Hendrix's guitar so expensive? I mean, it's beat up. It's pre-played.
Why is this piece of paper signed by George Washington worth so much? It's paper.
It's parchment that's old-fashioned.
And who can understand these words? Thou and thy and
Forsooth. Is that in there? I don't know.
Bill of Rights.
This wasn't a scene. This was just fun.
No, this was just a side note.
So yeah, the guitar, 100%. That's, yeah, I think that's always going to define me to a degree. I almost wish that there was like a sorting hat in like Harry Potter that just tells you who you, like you just get there day one and it's like, you're a metalhead, Josh. Oh, okay, great. Thank you. I'm just going to.
I think you wanting a Harry Potter hat to tell you that says more about you than perhaps the guitar.
Sure.
I agree.
Just validation wherever I can get it, man.
All of the songs that Josh plays are Harry Potter songs. He just tears them up.
This is the Owls theme.
Super. Jen, please put on the hat and see what team you will be sorted into.
Oh my, I'm so excited. I cannot wait to find out which team I am on, and I am putting it on, and...
Nerd.
Okay.
Nerd. It's no deliberation. Nerd.
It's just nerd, the nerd
Yes.
house?
Yes, nerd.
Okay, I have some quibbles with the hat, because,
Yeah, we get Jen.
because the nerd house is all filled with nerds. You understand,
Yeah.
right?
Explain it
Say
with
it
math, nerdo.
Okay, I don't like what's going on in the house in like the wizarding sorting place right
Step
now.
aside,
because,
Nerdo. Give me the hat.
hey,
All right, hat. Tell me what I am. Come on, bro.
Oh, gosh. This one's hard. Let's
Come on,
think
bro.
about it really, Jock.
Oh, what? No, but what about the Pythagorean theorem? Big Pythagorean theorem guy. Give it a
Don't lie to me.
I want
I'm a
to take
hat.
that. Can I try one more time with the hat and just try it on and see if there's a different answer? Because
here you go.
can I just borrow this for a
should
second?
Be seen
and
and not heard.
oh my god, I'm gonna just put it on one more time to
Take
see
it,
if there's a
lady, dude.
different.
Mega nerd.
Okay,
Oh.
see that's
Oh,
not
that's a
even
new
a
one.
house.
That's a new
I
one.
would be by myself on the street. It's a mega nerd. Can we just talk
We
about
lose
that for a
Jen
second?
Yeah, you'll be alone on the street, mega nerd.
Oh my god, now the
Mega
nerds are
nerd.
making fun of me,
Mega
which is
nerd.
not what I was.
Well, this is what you brought upon
I would
yourself
like
by putting
to
yourself
point
harder
out,
into this.
I cannot possibly be a mega nerd. I don't know if you've seen my guitar. It's a maple-necked Stratocaster with tuning
Folk
forks
nerd.
attached to it, and I can play any song you want, any James Hetfield song specifically.
Okay,
Would a mega nerd be able to do that?
why don't you put
Yes, the
the
mega
hat
nerd for
back on
guitars.
again, and let's try this one more time.
Okay.
Let's see. If
I
it goes
just want to
differently.
say if there's some sort of hat repairman. Anyway, okay, third time's the charm. Third time's the charm.
Try hard, mega nerd. Oh well.
All right.
Smart hat.
Yeah.
Not as
I
smart
don't
as
even-
you, nerd.
4.3 GPA.
All right. I'm a little upset with this situation. I just want to say that right now. So I'm just going to go ahead and pull out my big guitar.
Mm-hmm.
Pull it out
for anything. Mm-hmm. As you can see, is signed by Kurt Cobain. I don't think and it's got all of the strings.
Hey, Jock, beat her up.
Hey. Hey, you broke my guitar in half.
As the headmaster of this school, I'll allow it.
You know, I don't know how I got into this school or why I've been punished in this way, but I'm going to grab the hold of the legs of my owl and just fly into the corner for a little bit.
Hey, what? She has an owl?
Just like a try-hard mega nerd would.
I'll see you later.
Legit, yeah. That's how it's done.
I would say from my end, probably my original Game Boy is the thing that would be like one of the defining things for me and my personality on like several levels. And I've had like every single model of Game Boy since it, but I'm going to use the original just because it's what started it all. It's the big blocky one with the it's not even black and white, it's black and yellow screen. It took 4 AA batteries that lasted never ever enough time before you were replacing them, and you had all these ridiculous accessories you had to add onto it so you could see the screen better and hear the tinny sound better.
Back in time, Jett.
Yeah, rechargeable batteries when they were nickel metal hydride and you were afraid they were gonna explode in your face. Like this stuff was the jam.
What was your favorite game?
Tetris. Absolutely Tetris. And that would be another defining factor for me is Tetris. And I had that, it was the first Game Boy, the original pack came with Tetris, and it came with earbuds. And like people don't realize this, I didn't even realize this so much later, that the earbuds it came with were like, that was a brand new thing. The little in-ear buds that we all just kind of expect to be the standard thing hadn't been a thing yet. Those were included in the box, and this was already a brand new idea to have these tiny little things that would just fit into your ear. And so those were always in my ear while I was playing this game, listening to this wonderful Russian music, playing Tetris all the time. And the Game Boy went with me everywhere. In those days, like I had a carrying case for it and all these cartridges. Eventually I got to smaller Game Boys that could just fit in my pocket, and I kept extra batteries in my pocket. And then the color version of Tetris eventually came out, Tetris DX, and like that's the one I played the most of for all time. But it also, I think it represented me and my personality the most, because I went through my whole life with undiagnosed ADHD, as I've talked about on this show a lot. And what I didn't realize is like the Game Boy, much like books, because I, of course, was always reading too, is the Game Boy and the books were the thing that I could escape into when I was bored, which I was bored constantly, because the ADHD brain just is like, if you have a moment of nothing to do, it's hell on earth. So the Game Boy was instantly coming out of my pocket to fill that space for me. And eventually that gave way to newer models, and then the DSs and everything. But now that's smartphones. Smartphones take up that thing. But it's just it's the electronic thing that is instant gratification that I can play and master a skill on, or just jump to the next thing.
A point of order for those of us that are as well versed in Game Boys as you are. How large was that first Game Boy that you needed a carrier for? Was it on wheels? Was it a cart? What did you need, like security with you when you were?
I mean, if I didn't have the monitors in my ears, I would go grab it for you right now. But it's probably about that big. But it's about like an inch, maybe to an inch and a half thick. And it's not so much that it needed a carrying case, but all of its accessories needed a carrying case, because the cartridges themselves were rather large, so you probably were going to carry several games with you, and you needed extra batteries, and like I had these ridiculous things that would like magnify the screen and light up the screen so you could play it in the dark, and like, so when you're an aficionado of a game system like that, you have all this extra crap you have to carry with you. Eventually, most of that went away. Like, you get down to the later ones that have a light in them and that are, smaller cartridges and everything. It's in your pocket, and you have a couple extra games in your pocket, and that's it. It's simple. But in those days, it was a big thing. So yeah, that was definitely a personality defining item for me.
You're the only person I've ever seen that has beat Tetris to the point where there was no fucking bricks.
With the game just tapped out, it's like, no.
It said, fuck off,
Can't
I'm
beat
done.
this guy.
There
Go
are
home.
Actually a couple of versions of Tetris that I've played that I hated because they did, in fact, get to a point where it said, you won. And I was like, I did what? It was like, the game's over. It's like, no, this is Tetris. There's no over. What are you talking about? It's like, no, there's nothing after this. It's like, that's not a thing in Tetris. You're supposed to go until I
Tetris
die.
Starts like it was like created by Ivan Drago. It starts with you will lose.
Yeah.
Yep. So there's better versions out there now that are more fun for me. But there's only one person I've ever played against in person who could beat me. Now, if I go online and I play against people, I'm dead because then you get the hardcores. But in person, I've only met a single human being who could beat me at the game.
Well, if I have to ever fit everything into a tiny storage space, I'm going to be giving you a call.
Yep. I could work at Trader Joe's bagging. It'd be perfect at it. Those baggers are incredible. Your entire cart, and you leave it with one bag. I don't understand it.
You know who's horrible at bagging? The guys that work at...
who, Shawn Michael? Who?
Amazon Fresh. Have you been to one of those?
Yes.
Dude,
yeah.
They put my cleaning products in with my fresh, like, quote-unquote sushi, and they, like, stacked them all together. I'm like, dude, you guys realize my sushi's not sealed, and you put the cleaner right on top. I'm trying not to ingest the cleanser. I should have told them that. That's on me for not saying that.
You need to put that in the notations of your order.
You know, as far as, like, I don't have a lot of things. I'm not a stuff guy, and I don't hold on to things, and I just walk you through my place, and everybody's like, what? I can't believe you just moved in. It's because I don't own anything. You know, there's no stuff to put away.
I thought it looked really good.
Thank you. I'll take that.
I think so too.
Minimalist is a thing, and I like it.
So here's the deal. The one thing I was thinking about this, and I'm like, I don't know that I have one thing that defines me. And I thought, it's not really a thing per se, but it is my degree. My degree is a bachelor's of science in English. My degree is in English lit. And I have a bachelor's of science instead of a bachelor's of arts because, you go in, you see your advisor, your counselor, whatever, and they tell you what classes to take. And I'd listen to them, and then I would go, Dr. Reasoner, Dr. Reeser was his name.
Dr. Reasoner.
I would love it if it was Dr. Reasoner.
It makes a much better name.
Dr. Milk Chocolate Reason?
Yes, that's the one.
Yeah.
I said, listen, Milky, what are the classes I need for next semester? And he would tell me what I need to take, and then I'd go, oh, yeah. And then when I'd go to get registered or whatever, I'd go, oh, this class looks like more fun or looks more interesting. So I would take his advisement, and then I would like apply it how I thought it would be best for Shawn Michael to do things. And then when I came in, when we had talked about me, my point of graduating, he's like, you don't have the proper credits to graduate. I'm like, what? So I have to spend another semester on my parents' dime getting drunk every night? That sounds horrible. And then he said, oh, but we can. He like jimmied it together where I could get a bachelor's of science because I would still get out in time and on the same time period. But like the reason I say this is kind of defines me is because I was told what to do to make this happen. And I kind of did it, but I didn't do it exactly. I decided to throw a little Shawn Michael in there and do it my way. And I almost screwed myself. But that is the closest I have.
Super!
Dr. Research, do you have a minute?
For you, one of my favorite graduate students, I have 45 seconds, yes.
Okay. Well, too long didn't listen. My parents will only pay for my lifestyle while I'm in school. And dig this. They said that when I stop going to school, I have to get a job.
Oh.
Like a job, Dr. Research.
Yes, that is actually how life works. I could have explained this to you earlier.
Well, you're my advisor. Advise, man. Advise.
I would advise you to pay attention in life.
You know what? This would sound better over Champs. Hold on. I've got minis in my bag. Here you go.
Oh, this is wonderful. I didn't expect this in my office.
I always say 4 o'clock is Verve o'clock.
That is humorous.
I'm lying. That's something my nanny said, but I thought it would bring it down low to the little people like yourself.
Another bit of advice for you. When you come to someone for advice, maybe don't insult them.
What? I didn't insult you. What do you mean?
You come to me for help.
Yes,
and
thank
then
you.
call
Help me.
Right. I'm trying to. And then you call me a little person.
Oh, you didn't know?
I didn't know I was a little. See. Oh, here's the thing. You don't realize that you're talking down to me. You see yourself
I
on
talk
such
to everybody like this.
Right. You see yourself on such a vaulted plateau. Above
That's
everybody
true,
else.
I am. Thank you.
I
agree.
I'm saying I'm saying that is your perception. That is your perception. That is not
I know.
reality.
Isn't it good? My perception's awesome.
Okay. So the advising can only go as far as you'll let that come to you. Since you are wax on, wax offing, all the advice I can bring to you, I feel like none of it is getting through.
Dr. Research.
Why are you my favorite grad student? Yes, go ahead.
Probably because you went to college with my dad. Anywho, Dr. Research, have you ever been to a dermatologist?
The pockmarks are all part of my look.
Oh, I got that. I'm just talking about I've never seen anybody with such a big vein in their forehead. Like it pulses.
That's only when I'm feeling extremely stressed, when I'm under, when I'm trying to keep my composure.
I get it. It's hard for you to do that and think of what to say all the time. Me too.
Oh, God.
Samesies.
No, not samesies, not samesies.
Sir, it's very simple. Do you want a double char burger or a double char bacon burger? This is nothing to get stressed out over. I can bring you one of each. We can do a half Sammy if you want. This is just a habit, sir.
Oh my God, look at the vein in his head. It's going to blow.
You know, we went through all the cheese options. You had 27 different cheeses.
It's very simple, sir. There's Havarti, provolone, smoked cheddar.
No, please don't do that. Don't do that.
I'm fairly certain it's a you problem.
No. It's the U and the S problem. It's an us problem because until we get you out of here...
Oh my God, that also stands for United States.
Yes. In this case, though, there's no period in between each one. It's just us, meaning you and
college.
I.
They don't do periods anymore. You have to look at your watch or your phone. You should know this. You're a teacher.
Oh, you meant like okay. Periods means more than one thing. So
shut up! Sexual harassment, Dr. Research.
How is that sexual harassment? That is just a biological fact.
Dr. Research, we are going to limit your period of student time to non-existent. You continually use the words wax on and wax off, which has a lot of permutations in this day and age.
Actually, I said wax oning and wax offing. So
okay, see, that's two strikes out of three, and then you start talking about periods. No, but that's nobody's business but their own. Okay, so, we try to use they in today's modern parlance, but
so I don't get my third strike.
Oh no, you've used 12 strikes. You keep using waxing on and waxing off. We are well past the strikes.
Well, I didn't. If
this was a bowling game, you'd have a perfect game, sir. That is how many strikes you have.
I have 300 full frames. I'm not from the Midwest. I don't bowl. You'll have to be. I don't mind sports metaphors, but it has to be a sport I am.
We have to get teachers off tenure. This is ridiculous.
Legit.
Super.
Listen, Mario.
It's me.
Hey, man. Good job clearing the castle. But again, the princess, she's in another castle.
What is this bullshit?
Listen, man.
I came through the entire castle.
This is your buddy Toad.
Where is the princess?
We've done this in Donkey Kong. We've done this in Super Mario Brothers 1, 2, and 3. We've gone through worlds and galaxies now. If she's in another castle, it's about time you take the hint, bro.
What are you saying to Mario? That the princess does not want to have a romantic relationship?
Hey, man, if she's not in the castle, she's not in the castle. How many times?
It's me, Mario.
Yeah, and as tempting as that sounds, you being a plumber with your brother. By the way, is your name Mario Brothers or Mario Mario?
That is a canon that we do not keep anymore. The Bob Hoskins thing did not work out for anyone. But no, I am no longer a plumber. You can check my Wikipedia page. I am an adventurer.
Okay, so that's kind of my point, man. You're updating your own Wikipedia
I'm also a golfer.
Page. Okay.
I'm a racer. Sure. Mario is a Renaissance man.
Here's what I'm trying to say.
Listen, Mario, I get that you're diversifying. You're a race car driver. You're a golfer. You're an adventurer.
Yes, I'm a doctor.
You're a doctor, but you really must pick an accent because it's everything from Russian to a little touch of Italian here. And I don't diversify your accent is all we're saying, okay?
Okay. It's fine.
But see, let's also examine that, right? You're a painter. You're a doctor. You're a plumber. Like, there's a lot of great things going for you.
I teach typing.
You teach typing, my man. Yes. What I'm saying is you don't have to keep chasing the same princess over and over. You're a good dude.
You're a doctor, a painter, a racer. You do everything. What do Luigi do? Nothing. I always come second. Only if second time player, then I come. And I stay home and make you dinner. You used to plumb, and I would plumb, and then rescue the princess. Although you would always get her if we actually did get her. But then now, I just sit at home and make the pasta.
You make a good pasta, though, Luigi, and you can jump higher than me, but slightly more awkwardly, so people don't generally prefer it.
Yes, people think I'm homosexual, and this is how do you gather this from a jumping?
Gentlemen,
yes.
It's Dr. Research here again. I'm now a real counselor instead of a college counselor. Working the issues out.
It's good to speak to another doctor.
Okay, I'm a real doctor. So I'm trying to work the issues out between you and your brother.
You know my brother, he a doctor too.
I am a doctor. I can prescribe medicine. I have a prescription pad.
Yeah, I'm not even involved in it. You would think we go from plumbing and then be doctor. I could be doctor's assistant, but okay. No, just a Dr. Mario.
I am wrong. I don't think I can help you. I will do what I can.
Dr. Research, I need some advice.
You should know I am, at this point, a broken man. I will do what I can for
fine.
you. But
I don't care. That's
you can
totally...
Hear the
in fact, it's
throbbing
probably...
boom, boom, boom,
your vein is very prominent. Any rate, I am a princess, and I am being stalked by 2 Italians. And I don't know what to do about it. Every time I go outside, they chase me. And they've done plumbing that I didn't ask for. One of them tried to teach me how to type, and I don't want to know how to type. I'm a princess. I don't need to know how to do anything. I just want to be an independent princess who lives in a tower and is not bothered. But these 2 guys, and one of them I don't even think likes me. I think he's just sort of in love with his brother. He's always got like a plate of spaghetti and he's chasing his brother, and then the brother is chasing me. And I just don't know what to do about it. I mean, should I move? Should I just, I really love my tower, but maybe I could find a different tower, or what do you think?
Dear Lord, please let this vein in my head explode, causing an aneurysm, and let me die for the sweet, sweet relief of death from this hellish existence of being Dr. Research.
Now, Peach, I'm your best friend Bowser. Anytime you just need to leave the next castle, just say the word angel shot, and I'll move you quietly from one castle to the next castle. No one needs to know about it. I'm your best friend.
Angel shot. Angel shot. Let's do it. Angel shot. So do we start now?
We can start now.
Great. I'll grab my suitcase.
Okay, here's the thing, though. We're going to have to put you in an underwater castle. We're running out of spaces. So if you remember, we went to the big castle with the with the little shells, and then we went to the small world, and you were the big princess.
Oh,
Now we
right,
have
when
to
I
move
was
you.
huge. Wow, I really had a low
You weren't
self-image.
huge.
during
It was
that
just
part.
proportional. I don't want to say anything about anybody's size.
No,
You're perfect
I know,
the way
and
you
there's
are as
nothing
your
wrong.
best
I was
friend.
just not used to being so big that I crushed my own home with my foot.
No,
It
well,
was, made me sad.
well, technically, it's my home. I'm moving you from castle to castle. If so fact.
Anyway, I've never lived underwater before. If I get some sort of boat or suit so I can breathe, I mean, I'd be
Cut
into
to the
that.
underwater
I guess.
castle. Luigi, you can take this one.
Oh, what? Me, Luigi? I can do.
I hated the underwater levels so much. They were the
I didn't know
worst.
any of that.
It was obvious. I saw looking at your age. Like, oh yeah.
Oh gosh. Chris Sanders, I believe that Michael Hyman gave you our ad for this week since he couldn't make it. Am I correct?
You're correct.
Oh, that's great.
I have the tape from this advertiser right here. It's very niche. I don't know. Very, very narrow demographic, I think, that they're going.
Do we
for.
do niche on this program? I mean, we've done gender.
We literally
explosions.
talked about your maple-necked
Maple
guitar
neck.
for about 15 minutes.
Yeah.
It's a roasted maple neck.
I think niche is
okay.
all we
Zoom
Pardon me.
out. We're improvising. We started.
Yeah.
Good point.
Just checking.
Yeah, let me start the tape. Hey, do you have trouble controlling your level of blood cells? Ugh, I know, me too. In fact, I have so much trouble, it's why I'm always so cranky. But really, it's because I lost my spleen. No, really. I got in a huge fight at a Wings convention with Thomas Hayden Church. That guy stays fit. One punch and that whole area of my body felt really squishy. One visit to the doctor and it was gone. I didn't want anyone else to suffer like I did, so I made my life's mission to find and store every kind of spleen imaginable. Welcome to Cranky Sylvester's Spleen Emporium. We have an extraordinary selection of spleens available, including our customer favorite seasonal varieties like candy cane striped, pumpkin spice, or for Valentine's, try heart. Come on down to Cranky Sylvester's Spleen Emporium to get into a new spleen today. Or don't. Warning. Spleens are for spleen functions only. Sylvester's spleens are not interchangeable with any other organ. Spleens are real, organic spleens from other humans and do not have unlimited uses. All sales final, no returns. Void everywhere.
Awesome. Sylvester, you got some spleening to do.
So just a heads up, as far as payment goes, I had them put that in a cryptocurrency. I got to make it's called Josh Coin, so that'll mature sometime. So
We're waiting.
when you do.
yeah, so just don't expect payment on that. I'll send a check out whenever it matures. If that happens you can do that. You can send checks out for
Shulie, by the way, we do pay our guests in Josh Coin, so look forward to that.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, I'm very excited for it to just take me to retirement.
Who says improv doesn't pay? Am I right?
Yeah, exactly.
Everyone.
Exactly.
So who else has got a defining item they own? Something
I've got one.
Great.
But I fear that this will not improve my designation as mega nerd. So, which is fine.
Now you're try hard mega nerd, but go for
Yeah.
it.
We'll have
This
to change
might
it on the cast.
Really do it. I was thinking about this as well, and I think the thing that really defines me is my library card.
I love that.
But I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing with you. I love it.
I
I'm
have
laughing at
to
you.
say, it's
you
like
shouldn't laugh about it. Don't be ashamed
No.
of that.
I
Yeah.
know I shouldn't be ashamed, and
No.
yet the world would probably mock me.
I honestly
sort of
love that
quietly.
answer. Why?
So the library is, I feel like, the most consistent thing in my entire life. Like when I look back over, like I moved a lot as a kid. There was like a lot of upheaval. But the one thing that I always had was books. And when I was very young, obviously I couldn't go out and buy my own books or anything like that, but I always had a library card. And I still love the library. And during the pandemic, the library has been like this really important part of my existence. Like, I am a mega nerd. I have to embrace it and love it. So I have during the pandemic, I had very few social interactions. In the library, for a while, you could order books online and then they would put them into a paper bag and then you could go pick them up from the library outside. So it was really nice.
It's like a dream.
And I was doing like the ebook thing for a while. That was the other thing. Also, the library in LA is incredible. You can order any book online and they will send it to any branch you want. Yep. Their e-media is incredible. You can get free access to the New York Times every single day. There are so many things that you can do with your library card that people aren't even aware of. What? You can have access to Canopy, which is this really cool old movie, it's like Criterion, basically. There's so many cool things it does. That's my sales pitch for the library. But when I started going back actually inside of the library, there was a guy there who I'd seen before. I've gone into that library a million times, and there was a guy there, and I really hadn't interacted with that many people. And I hadn't been in there in a long time, and I went in, got my books, and he said, "Don't worry about it. Give me your card. I know your name already." He knew my name from just me going to the library. Like, he knew who I was in the thing, which was like the most seen I had. And then we ended up kind of developing kind of a weird friendship. We say hello all the time, and he knows my name. And
does he have
sounds
a prominent
so sad.
forehead vein?
Is that a weird relationship, saying hello and someone knowing your name? I think that's just called...
Maybe it is for me. I don't know. It was just like nice after the pandemic. It was like I became invisible for 2 years. And then when I reemerged, this person that I had no idea even knew my existence or who I was like, "I remember you. I know who you are." And you exist and you don't. And that made me feel really good. And I feel like there's been like this carry on, like this it's just a through line in my life from like good times, bad times, whatever. The library is always there, and I love to read.
Can I also add into, like, I'm with you 100%. I'm a nerd too, but the library is awesome, and currently your library card can get you into state parks. So
what?
Oh my God, I did not know that.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's awesome.
The student has become the teacher.
My word.
Yeah, this story doesn't make you a mega nerd. It makes you human.
Yeah.
Welcome to Subway, Charles. Your regular tuna.
Thanks, yeah. Give me my tuna. Foot long.
You don't need to... Shh. Don't speak.
Oh my God.
I already know.
Wow, look at you go. You're even scooping the bread like I like it.
Thanks. How's your 2 cats?
Wow, you know about my 2 cats, too?
Yeah.
You know everything.
I know you live on Sycamore. I know you drive a Mazda Protege, the car that wants to be the boss car.
Well, you know a lot about me for just the Subway employee.
Excuse me, a sandwich artist? You do know there's a line here, right? You guys aren't... This is not a private conversation. We can all hear you.
You can hold up, Dickie.
Papa Strawberry.
I know about you. Eat all those roast beef sandwiches. Before you know it, you'll die of a heart attack, so you're nothing to me.
Wow.
Charlie?
Yeah. This is real. I gotta say, I really like this connection we have going on here, and you really, you even put in the Harvest cheddar chips into my bag.
Yeah. Did you notice I made the mustard in a heart?
Wow. Look, I really appreciate that, but can I have a little extra mustard? Because that heart is very small and only centered in the center of the sandwich.
Pretty lady, you can have all the mustard you want.
Thank you.
Hey, I'm sorry to interrupt. Is this where I pick up my order? I put an order online. Is this where can I pick this up?
Take your time, Stephen.
Okay.
Maybe you could call your girlfriend or try calling your wife for a change. I'm talking here.
You know she won't answer.
Did you like watching His Girl Friday last night?
Wow. I was by myself in my apartment when I was watching that movie. I thought I heard something outside in the bushes. Are you...
I like nutritional yeast on my popcorn, too.
My goodness. My goodness, you know everything. How do you feel about being a passenger inside of a Mazda Protege? Maybe taking a tool around.
With the right driver.
Well, the driver would be me, because it would be my Mazda Protege. You know what I mean.
You mean RMB 7388? Sorry, I memorize plates for fun.
Seems like you do a lot of that. I would be creeped out if I didn't live alone and hadn't dated anybody in over 47 years.
Behind this mask, I'm smiling.
I can tell from your eyes, or at least the one.
You know, these arteries are not going to clog themselves. I could really deal with that roast beef.
Hey, Mac, got your meatballs up here. Same thing you get every single time. Meatball on a French white roll, marinara sauce, a nice bolognese, and smoked provolone. Same thing you get every time. Yeah, that's you. I don't know your name. I just know the same thing you order every single time.
Oh, it's Luigi. Sorry, I was on my phone texting my brother.
I know people buy sandwiches. You're a meatball sub.
That's right. I love the meatballs. You see, most of the time I cooking at home. You see, my brother, we used to have a business together. I was a plumber.
You
have a brother?
I had a... Tell me about your brother.
Do you go on adventures, rescue princesses, and do all the cooking?
No.
You got my Italian sausage ready yet?
Yeah, I got you. Double sausage. There you go.
Thank
you. Chicken parm. You're up next.
We're all waiting here. You gonna get to the rest of us?
Chicken parm, give me 1 second. I'm talking here to a new friend. So believe this or not, it used to actually be Caesar's Brothers Pizza. But somebody had to take the name all for themselves, and it became Little Caesars. So here I am, Big Caesar sandwiches all by myself.
So your name is Caesar? And your brother's name is also Caesar?
Some people say that's a bad choice, but I say stick with it. I think continuity is the best thing. You have initiation, derivation, and repetition. If I could have Caesar, that's what I would have.
So, are there other siblings? Do you have a sister?
I do have a sister.
Oh, don't tell me your sister's name is also Caesar.
I'm right here. Yeah, it's also Caesar. I don't like to talk about it.
And this is too much. Get back to making the artichokes.
Hey, don't yell at me.
Sorry.
I'm the last sibling that likes you.
You're right. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Anyway, I go by CCC.
Oh, it's good I'm sorry to laugh at your circumstance. I don't get out much.
It's okay. Our mother didn't like us very much, so but she loves Caesar salad, so we all got named Caesar.
Well, I don't remember my parents.
What about your parents?
Don't remember them. They never mentioned anywhere in any sort of... you have other siblings.
Cut back to the subway. Hi, Veronica. It's me, your favorite customer, Bobby.
Yeah, I know who you are, Bobby. Good to see you.
Who's this?
It's good to see you too, Veronica. I'll take whatever you want to make me, because you always make the best sandwiches.
I know.
Okay. Your hair looks really good. You got it cut yesterday, I see.
How do you know that?
It's nice. I like the thing you're doing with the shades of color.
I don't like people knowing about me. It's gross. It's weird. I don't know why somebody would want to do that to somebody.
You're right, Veronica. It is so weird that people would be interested in that sort of stuff. I'm just your customer.
Veronica, really, really amazing job. So far on the interview. My last question then is, at Subway, we're a family, and we need to know intimately about you.
First of all, I want to say Ohana means family.
I'll send that an email up to corporate.
Mm-hmm.
Veronica, as your father, I would be happy to sign the permission slip, but I need to know where you're going. You put Post-it notes all over the whole thing except where I'm supposed to sign. I need to know where you're going to be all day. Otherwise, I would be a negligent parent. I can't just sign this.
Well, that's really where it all comes down to, Daddy, isn't it? I mean, did you teach me well so I can go out into the world? Or do you think that you're such a D- parent that you have to know everything because you can't trust me because you raised a liar. It's kind of back all on you, isn't it?
No, what? No, it's just the fact that you're 7.
Bet you wish you'd gotten a Bachelor of Science for Arts.
Oh, that hurts. I wish I had not told you that story.
The science of art, Dad. You couldn't handle it, could you? And now it's all coming down on me because I'm going to the dinosaur You almost got me!
The dinosaur museum? I would be happy to sign this for you. I hope you have.
Maybe it's a dinosaur mugging, Dad. You shouldn't have to want to know.
I want to know because I care about you. I love you and I want you to be safe and I want to know about your life. I'm
going to be safe. The question is, do you trust yourself?
So, Dr. Research, you're saying you Miyagi'd your own daughter to give her the advice. It's almost like you waxed on and waxed off her.
I waxed on. It was a waxing on and a waxing off being of my daughter. I do hear it now. Yeah.
See, there it is.
Yeah, I hear
That's
it.
all I'm saying.
Veronica, it's me, Dr. Mario. Before I can prescribe you the medication, I just need to know if you've been self-medicating at all. What sort of things have you been doing? Marijuana, ecstasy? It's fine. I'll keep your confidence. I'm your doctor, Dr. Mario.
Who wants to know, Dr. Mario? The man?
It's me, Dr. Mario.
No, I know.
All right. Look, listen, Veronica. You want to be part of this gang? You got to do your last duty.
Shh, you said duty.
There's a brontosaurus. Go mug it.
Mug a brontosaurus?
Mug that dinosaur. Mug that dinosaur.
That's easy. Hold on. I'll be right back. I'm back.
What? I've never even seen anybody work that fast. You're in. Welcome to MS-13.
Thank you. I deserve to be here.
Legit.
That's in the big rule of improv. If you can end on a MS-13, that's where you go.
Yep, that's how you end a scene right there. Who else do we not have something from? Shulie, did we get one from you?
No, but I feel like I'm also going to show some of my nerdy side.
Yes!
Yay!
Nerd!
Okay, so I really thought about it, and I feel like
that's nerdy enough.
Yeah, I know. Thinking gross. And I think the thing or things in my home that represent me best are my plants.
Oh.
Because I really love watching them. I love nature and getting to help my plants grow. Growing up, my dad always had plants, so I feel like there's a family connection there. And I remember in high school, I definitely wanted to be an actor, and my mom did not want me to be an actor. So she took me to B'nai B'rith career testing in hopes that I would not test to be an actor. And it was a full day of testing. And at the end of the day, the counselor brought me and my mom into the room. And she said, well, your first choice is some kind of performer. Turned to my mom, see, Mom. And second choice is farmer.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I would kind of say it's true. I go on hikes because I find nature relaxing. And so all the parts of me that like to nurture and be around nature and my family, I feel like are all wrapped up in the plants.
That's so cool. I'm actually super curious to jump back a second. What is this testing process like? I'm just like, what did you do?
I mean,
obviously, I don't know it, but
did
for
they
everybody
draw
else,
blood or what?
I mean, obviously it was 100 years ago, but it was just a lot of standardized testing. I remember you had to fill in blanks and my ideal blah, blah, blah. I think of my dad as blah, blah, blah. So I guess it was, all day. It was not fun.
Wow.
As I said, my mom made me go. I wasn't please let me go. So it was aptitude, interests, everything.
I've got a question. It has really nothing to do with the story, but you said your dad was into plants. Mm-hmm. What was your mom's thing?
Wow. Yeah.
She's not as much of a hobby person. I mean, she did everything else around the house. She's always been both my parents have always been big worker outers. Mm-hmm. So exercisers, hikers. My mom's always loved theater. Waxing on, waxing off. My mom's always loved theater and art. She got my dad into it more. And my dad's always been into the outdoors and got my mom into it more. So Well, why was she
so like not into you being
she liked theater.
Actor?
Yeah. Because then you have to worry about your daughter possibly not having reliable income. Or maybe part two, she's worried she's going to support me forever. I don't know.
Quite honestly, my parents are super supportive, but when I told them I was going to move to LA to be a full-time actor, we were going to lunch, so they were both in the front seat, I was in the back seat, and we were driving, and I was like, yeah, I'm going to, I'd booked my first real TV show, and I'm like, yeah, I'm going to move to LA and become a full-time actor. And my mom turned around, she's like, your father and I will pay for you to go to medical school. And my dad went, oh, what? Wait, what? But yeah, it's the same thing. They're super supportive, but I think they were worried about me.
Super. Listen, Mom, Dad, I love you. And I know we have a family tradition, but I just don't want to be a radish. I want to be something bigger than a radish. We're growing. I have potential to be an onion.
Honey, you're a radish. Your father's a radish. I'm a radish. We're radishes. We're the radish family.
Says who? Is there like a sorting hat that says that we have to be radishes?
It's just genetically
the great sorting hat in the sky that decided what we were before we were born.
Yeah,
it's on a spiritual level. Yes, there's a sorting hat.
Look, Mr. and Mrs. Carrot.
No, the blonde lady
door,
that pours water on us.
They're carrots, and we're radishes.
And they're always going to be carrots. And, you're allowed to interact with them. You can hang out with them. You can develop a friendship, but don't ever date them.
Whoa. What?
You heard me. We're radishes.
Yeah, we don't date carrots.
Yeah. It's just...
They're dirty. They're long.
Yeah.
They reach way too far into the soil.
Carrot's perfectly fine.
We just are little round globes that sit near the top of the soil, which is better because we're not as close to hell as a carrot. A carrot reaches all the way down. It's the devil's work.
Yeah. It's a sinful vegetable.
Well, maybe I want to be a carrot.
Good friends. You can't ask for better neighbors. Can't ask for better neighbors.
No, they're wonderful.
Yeah.
They're wonderful vegetables, but they're not. They're just we are not carrots. We're radishes.
You're telling me
we should be happy about it.
If I grew up to be a carrot, you wouldn't support and love me? Is that what you're saying?
Well, don't even. Oh.
That's not an answer.
Talk to your son.
What do you want me to say, honey? You're a boy and he's a boy. 2 boy radishes. And I'm just a...
Hello, Mr. and Mrs. Radish. I am Mr. Apple. This is my wife, Mrs. Apple.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Oh, nice to meet you.
Great. Thanks for having us over. Yeah.
Of course.
Lovely
you guys...
place you've got here. It's so leafy.
Yeah. Thank you.
I like the minimalist vibe. Yeah.
Thank you. You both seem like very decent vegetables.
Thank you.
We try. We are fruit, and your son has apparently asked our daughter to prom. And again, you guys seem very nice, but
very nice for radishes.
You guys are dirt people, and we are sky people. And
Norm, I would take offense of that, but I totally agree with you. We are dirt people. We're no carrots. Let's just clear that.
We can all agree that, right?
We're not carrots. We're not a potato.
Those tumors.
You can't get much lower. Yes.
No, we wouldn't.
Now, Mr. Banana, I want to thank you for coming in to Santa Monica late Friday afternoon for this casting call, but...
Of course. Anything for you.
You're just not what we're looking for. We're looking for someone more pear-shaped.
What?
It's just the demographics we're looking for. We're looking for someone more pear-shaped.
Did I show too much skin?
Well, yeah, you didn't have to... I thought that was a big, bold choice. I'm peeling yourself.
That was a joke, you said I'm a banana. I'm associated with comedy.
And I think you're making a slip up here by not taking the note that we're looking for someone that has a little bit more fiber, a little bit more
potassium.
No, what vitamins?
Right.
Now, Mr. Casting Director, I understand. I read the breakdown. I know the call was for a pear, but dude, I'm a melon. Who doesn't love melons? Melons.
I love melons. Honeydew.
Just to rethink. Great. I'm just saying maybe we should. You just should let me just. Can I read? Let me read. Let me read. Let me read. If you let me read, you would know Phil, I'd be right for the role. If you would just, I just need a chance, man.
I want you, Phil. Yes, go.
Oh yes. Yes, I didn't actually get the sides. Well, I got the sides, but I didn't read the sides. I didn't.
I'm casting for Fruit of the Loom. There's no melons. Get out of here, Phil.
Ah, man.
legit. I didn't mean to completely pivot away from your actual the thing that defines you, Shulie. So I actually was curious about the plants. I mean, do you keep house plants, or is this a garden around your home? What are you doing?
It's a whole thing. I used to have plants a lot, like back in the day. Didn't have them for a while, and then during the pandemic, that was like people were making sourdough bread, and I was ordering plants off Etsy. And and then they shut down the post office, and some of my plants were stuck in packaging in transit with no sunlight or water for a month.
No, that's terrible.
Yeah, so it's like part of it's like I'm saving them. They're both coming back to life. But so I have houseplants inside, and then outside I have a kumquat tree and the lemon pomelo tree. And then I've been growing succulents. Ooh. And I am in a war with the squirrels who like to dig up the succulents and eat the watery roots and the leaves. But they prefer, because they're gourmets, the most expensive succulents from Etsy.
They know.
So, yes. We're in a constant war. Fortunately, it turns out squirrels do not like almost every spice that humans eat. So I basically put cinnamon on all my succulents. So all my succulents smell like cookies. Wow. And I'm winning so far. I gave them a Halloween pumpkin once. And it feels like they felt like that was permission to take everything.
Yeah. I don't have that problem with my squirrels. I've got tomatoes and peppers in the summer and a whole bunch of plants and a few succulents, and the squirrels, I think it might be because one of the neighbors clearly leaves out peanuts, because they do bury peanuts everywhere in my
Crows
backyard.
Like peanuts too.
Yeah.
Maybe you'll grow some peanut trees.
Some of my potted plants, they'll climb up into the pot, dig in a little bit of exposed dirt, and just leave a peanut or two in there for later.
Interesting.
Yeah. Do you really think peanuts grow on trees, Jett?
I was literally about to interrupt for all of our pedantic listeners at home. I know peanuts are a legume and they grow on vines. I expected that to be an angry email I got later. I didn't expect it to happen directly in the podcast from from my own teammates. So thank you, SMB.
No, I wasn't angry. I was just checking.
Yeah,
One clarification.
It's the state tree of Georgia, peanut tree.
It's the peanut tree.
Yeah.
That sounds about right. Super.
Okay, squirrels. It never gets easier. Who wants to say something nice about the peanut we just buried? He was a good friend to me. He never said much, but he was really good at listening. I really got to get a lot off this squirrel's chest. So
I'll say some words.
Yeah, please.
The peanut that we just buried introduced me to my wife.
Wow.
My wife now of three lovely years. We have a wonderful 28 kids together. And it's just, you know, I can't say enough kind things about that peanut. It opened up my world and opened up my life, and I wouldn't be the happy squirrel that I am in this happy, wonderful marriage.
We never learned his name. We just called him the Peanut.
The Peanut, yes.
Even though he was such an important part of our lives.
He was my uncle.
I didn't see.
Wow.
There's a tiny peanut here.
Oh my gosh. Is that allowed?
I think it is. Let
I'm
the
not
peanut
allowed
speak.
to mourn my uncle.
I mean, it's not a radish, so I guess it's okay.
No, it's fine.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, it's fine. It's not a radish.
I want to say that my uncle was a good man. And,
He was you call your peanut a man?
well, what do you call him?
I call him the peanut.
Nuts? You call him nuts?
I'm sorry. I'm interrupting you. Go ahead.
Yeah.
We all know it's a
You're
legume.
going through grief. It's fine. We'll allow it.
Was he a clown to you?
No. He was.
No,
He
it's
was-
a legume.
He was the
Yeah.
peanut.
Yeah.
Well, there was that one time we put the clown hat on the peanut, but no, he.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, no,
Then he was a clown to us that one day, but he seemed into it, so.
He was. I'm not going to lie. He loved making people laugh.
Ah.
That's how I met him. I'm a banana. We're associated with comedy. The peanut had a
so
rough
much
life.
skin.
He was assaulted, so that was a long. I'm a banana. I'm associated with comedy.
It's okay to laugh at funerals, guys. It's cathartic. Let it out. No? Okay.
That's my time. They say timing's everything, but sometimes it is location. Don't do comedy at a funeral. It doesn't go over well.
It's not time unless it's Rosemary. Am I right?
Oh, boy.
Am I right?
That's a good one.
Yeah. It's nice to be able to laugh again after such a loss.
It sure is.
He raised me.
I mean, I suppose, honestly, it's not as though he was truly alive. We just buried him. I mean, we could dig him up again and he'd be fine because there's really no difference.
I miss him so
Your
much.
nephew Peanut, he raised you?
Yeah. My mother was eaten by a snake at a very young age. My young age, she was old. And so my uncle raised me from a small seedling to this one holster peanut you see today. I hoped one day to grow into a twofer like my uncle.
He would have liked that.
I know.
He definitely would have liked that.
I think you're going to be a threefer. I
can dream, but my mom, before she died, the last words to me were, "Stay realistic."
Wow.
Why, you were there when your mother was ingested by the snake?
Yeah, she threw herself into the snake's mouth to save me.
Oh,
I'm the chosen one.
My.
Oh, that's a lot of pressure on you.
It sure is. So I hope you're right, sir. I hope that one day I become a threefer and make somebody really happy instead of a onefer, which some guy will just give to his girlfriend and act like it's equal.
Well, rest in peace, Peanut.
PP.
All right, Peanut.
Legit.
And that's I think that's how you bring a podcast to a
I love how you thought there was no more scenes, and we brought that one last scene in there. We made that shit happen. Michael Hyman would be proud.
He sure would be.
Thank you, as always, to Matt Walker for our intro and outro music. This episode was hosted and edited by me, Jett Kaufman, and co-hosted by our special guest, Shulie Cowen.
Thank you. It was a lot of work.
Outstanding job.
This episode featured the talents of Sean Michael Boozer, Jen Burton, Josh Spence, and Chris Sanders. And then again, our special guest, Shulie Cowen. One more applause for Shulie Cowen.
Thank you for having me.
Every scene you heard today was improvised on the spot, along with some of the ads, with only a light touch of editing for your comfort. If you're loving what we're doing, just pause the show really quick and write your 5-star review right now before you close the app, and tell a friend about us, which is really the best way. And remember, your peanuts love you, and bury them kindly. Something I've been forgetting to do, just because we're just getting to speed on having guests, is, Shulie, do you have anything you wanted to promote?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, just follow me on Twitter, Shulie Cowen.
Great.
Opening night, the Improvised musical has a show, our first real show back since the pandemic, just one, at Fanatic Salon.
Oh, nice.
At 8:30 on June 10th.
Oh,
and
excellent.
A goodbye show for cast member Matt Young, who is moving away.
Oh, no.
Really?
Fanatic Salon in Culver?
Yeah. Fanatic Salon.
Really? Have you played there before?
Like back in the day with Laura Hall, like I've done like a one-off.
I love that venue. It's
so
they've
great.
updated. It's nice, yeah.
Very excited.
Great.
But so we're still looking for a regular home if anybody has any ideas.
I do have some ideas.
Let's open a new theater in the West Valley area.
What's it called?
No, I said let's open one.
Oh, yeah, you guys open one. We'll come do shows.
It's a very easy process. Just
Yeah.
open a theater, and then
they make so much money.
Also, crossed my mind, I will be guesting with Cozy Orland's team Dubset on June 16th at the Pack Theater at 8 p.m.
Nice.
So that should be fun. Getting back on
but we can't
stage
promote
again.
that because you're not Shulie Cowen, so that doesn't.
Yes.
No, we can promote it.
Oh, okay, then yeah, she says it's okay.
I'm the co-host, so I have a lot of say.
Yeah.
Someone is throwing her power.
Wow.
I like it.
Didn't take her long.
Thank you all for joining me this week. And we'll see you on the next one.
Hey, Duder.
Yeah. What's up, Josh?
Can I start recording now?
Oh, God, yes. Please start recording now.
Okay.
I don't believe anything's on. Oh, my time. I kicked the door on its hinges just so I could move on. Oh, oh,
I'm also associated with my ex-wife.
Oh, that was the voice. I couldn't guess. I wasn't even close.
It's Harry Carey. Harry Carey banana.
Yeah, it's a little Harry Carey.
It's got a little...
And a little, I don't know what else.
I don't know what
Maybe
else.
some Sylvester.
A little bit, yeah.
As soon as it came out of my mouth, I knew it wasn't.
Thank you for having me, you guys.
Oh,
So
thank you
fun.
for joining us. That was wonderful. We love you anyway, but that was just so good to have you as a guest on this show.
Yay.
Makes us
Thank
feel
you.
legit.
Yeah, we gotta have you back again.
I would love to. I love the way you guys came up with the questions to because in the living room, you'd go off the stuff, and I really, that's a very cool way to get into it.
Thank you.
Cool.
Yeah.
Originally, what we were working on a podcast called "Let Me Ask You This," which was kind of based off of that, and we pivoted away because it was hard to get off the ground. And then with everyone going underground in the pandemic, we needed to do something, and this was it. And it started looser, and I started with I asked each person a super stupid question, just to get a voice sample from them answering the question, so everyone would know who they were.
It wasn't stupid; it was random.
It was random, yeah, and they were fun. And at a certain point, it's like, why don't we just sometimes people answer the question really earnestly, and other people really thought about it. It was like, maybe we should just go back to that original thing we tried to do a long time ago, ask the one question. And it seems to work.
Yay. It does work very well.
Yeah. We get some personal stories out of people that way. And, sometimes it gets really dark and introspective. Sometimes it's just light and goofy, and it's human. It's fun. And then we get the scene for therapy.
Yeah, about guitars or dads, one of the two. Not saying from who, but it's always one of the two. It's going to happen.
Sometimes both.
Sometimes both.
Yes.
Yeah. Broke that glass, man.